My sister and I both ended up going into the hospital because we just didn't feel well.
Sharon Connors remembers back to a time when she was 10 years old and became afflicted with a virus that still affects her physically to this day. Gradually, the virus led to paralysis. 10-year-old Connors was one of the 11,000 people in Canada afflicted with polio during the epidemic of the late 40s and early 50s.
And then they put us on the stretcher, on the tables, and then the physiotherapy started. Oh, that was painful.
And although a vaccination for polio was found a few years later, it was too late for Connors.
There were parts of me that didn't get strong again. So I have residual paralysis.
Connors has been in this wheelchair for the past 10 years because of her post-polio residual syndrome, but she still considers herself lucky.
Other people that had it at the same time I did have not had as good a recovery as me.
The polio virus is spread from person to person, typically through contaminated water. It can attack the nervous system, which causes the paralysis.
Eventually, in 1994, Canada was declared polio-free, and we haven't seen that disease in Canada since that time.
Pat Killoran is a Rotarian who's been part of a 31-year worldwide campaign to completely eradicate the disease.
In 1988, when this started, there were 350,000 cases a year in the world. That's now down to where last year there were 33 cases, specifically in Afghanistan and Pakistan.
The immunization situation is the best way of controlling this. And if people don't keep immunizing, we could get it back here.
If we don't eliminate the disease from the world, it'll be back. And in 10 years, if we stop now, in 10 years, they estimate there'll be 200,000 cases a year in the world.
For Bridge City News, I'm Jeannette Rocher.